Why does your playing still sound safe? Safe playing sounds like running the scales up and down, licks that go nowhere, constant movement with no intention, like technically correct, but not something that makes you feel anything. It's just forgettable. And the really frustrating part is that you're not missing any information. It's in the way that you're using it that's actually holding you back. Because most guitar players don't have a knowledge problem. They have a decision problem. You're not playing to express something, you're playing to avoid messing up. And that creates what I call safe playing. Now watch this. Same key, same track, same fretboard, completely different approach. So what was the difference? Instead of just playing notes or just reciting a scale like I did in that first example, I was aiming for specific notes on purpose. These are called target notes. And the notes are the root, the third, and the fifth. And in A minor pentatonic, these are the notes. So in this pattern, you have the root, that note there, the minor third right there, and then there's your fifth. That's the first group of those notes. In this pattern, we got a whole other group an octave higher. Root, minor third, fifth. So you can hear that they're the same notes, right? Just a different octave. Now, if you're paying very close attention, this may sound like an arpeggio to you. And you'd be right. These type of target notes that actually outline the chord are some of the juiciest notes that you can use when you're playing a scale. They're great notes to land on because they really imply the chord that you're playing over, and they can give you a whole lot more flavor to what you're playing and add a lot more intention to your soloing. For example, instead of going like this, right, which again, nothing wrong with that, but I can do something like this. That just sounds more musical, right? I didn't really do anything that different from the first example. I used the same pattern. I just selected a certain order of those notes that sounded good. It's something I heard in my head and then I played it out, but I made sure to focus on that root, third, fifth thing. Now, you don't have to play it in order like every time. I like to change it up, you know, maybe go like root, fifth, third. That sounds kind of cool, right? Root, fifth, third. There's all kinds of different combinations you can approach, you know, these notes. So don't just play them going up and down the same way you would otherwise a scale pattern, right? Have some fun with it, you know, maybe go like third, fifth, root. What does that sound like? That kind of sounds like the start to the fade to black solo, the first fade to black solo by Metallica, right? Yeah, that's it, right? We just stumbled on that, but that's an iconic solo, right? And it starts in that same exact way, just highlighting those super useful target notes. So when you're targeting these notes, you can always dance around them with other pentatonic licks. So if your usual go-to pentatonic lick is like something like that, you can go like this. And you don't have to use all three of them either. You can use one at a time, two at a time, three at a time. It really doesn't matter. The sky's the limit. And here's where it can get pretty powerful. Before I land on any of those target notes, I can actually come at them from outside, from a different part of the fretboard. For example, I can do something like this. That has like an almost Pink Panther kind of sound, right? And I was just sliding into those notes a fret up. I mean, it's a really simple thing you can do. Another thing I've seen players do is to teeter between the two notes, right? So such sound very neoclassical, right? So all these little things, we're still focusing on those target notes. We're just embellishing them in all these different ways that make it really powerful and really intentional sounding. You can even apply this stuff from a fret above if you want. Of course, use your discretion, you know, but if you're playing over a backing track in the key of A minor, any backing track in A minor will do. You can try this out. Make these target notes sound more than they actually are, right? So get used to playing them just by themselves and then start to add little embellishments like that. And you may amaze yourself by how professional you sound. a sudden, it doesn't sound so just straight ahead pentatonic anymore, right? It sounds like we're kind of venturing into other scales, even other tonalities, but reality, we're just playing with A minor pentatonic and we're making these little changes, really simple, easy to wrap your head around, right? And it sounds a lot more sophisticated, don't you think? By the way, if you're getting value out of this lesson, do me a favor, hit that like button and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. So it's these tiny moves that automatically inject emotion into what you're playing. So it no longer feels like you're just mechanically reciting a scale. And you actually start to sound like you're saying something on purpose. And here's the part that most players miss. You don't always need to play more. Sometimes it's better to play less, but mean it more. For example, play a short phrase. And then pause. And then since we landed on the third there at the end of that phrase, now I want to resolve it, right? That tension and release thing, right? So I want to resolve it on the root. So I can go. So I can resolve it like that with a pause in between. And then as long as I keep moving in that sort of a way, creating the space, I'm speaking in phrases. That's basically what phrasing is when you're soloing, is create that tension and release it. It's just like a conversation. You could speak a sentence that ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger and then you bring it on home with a follow-up statement. I mean, it's just like how we speak. We just got to think of it that way when we're playing guitar. I'm going to throw in that backing track one more time and I'm going to show you the differences again. I'm going to start off by just playing autopilot, just going up and down the scale. And then I'm going to start adding phrases, focusing on the target notes that we talked about, keeping it simple, but keeping it intentional. Remember, less, playing less, but meaning more. All that stuff's going to be included. So let's check it out. Now let's start bringing in those phrases. So you can think of that example right there as a difference between someone who can play guitar and someone who actually sounds like a player. And if you want to actually build this into your playing, not just understand it, I put together a free lesson that's going to walk you through that step by step. So you're not just guessing what to play anymore. This right here is your free lesson on how to instantly solo in any key. We just talked about the key of A minor today, but imagine if you took what we learned and applied it to every single key all over your fretboard, whether it's major or minor. Well, that's exactly what you get with this free lesson. So be sure to click here to claim your copy or check the link in the description box. And if you're watching this on TV, scan that QR code with your phone and I'll show you exactly how to turn everything you already know into something people actually want to listen to. Because the truth is, you don't need more scales. You just need to finally use them like a musician.